Bin Abdul Aziz, looking at some aspects of the project and the custodian of the King Abdullah project for expansion, the Grand Mosque in Mecca al-Mukarramah. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching live coverage of the inauguration ceremony of the expansion of the Holy Mosque in Mecca al-Mukarramah. Here is the custodian of the Holy Mosque, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz, and taking in his way to take his place in the ceremony, and he's being accompanied by their Royal Highnesses, the princes, and also His Excellency the Minister of Finance, explaining to the custodian of the Holy Mosques as of you are looking at the model of the expansion and how the expansion going to look like, as we could see it, the northern part and ladies and gentlemen, this is, as we said before, live coverage of the expansion, or the largest expansion ever in the history of the Grand Mosque. It's called the King Abdullah project for the expansion of the Grand Mosque in Mecca al-Mukarramah. The project of that has been actually built and in the holy sites in Mecca al-Mukarramah, whether in the Grand Mosque in Mecca al-Mukarramah or the Grand Mosque in Al-Medina al-Munawwara, all the the magnificent and the huge projects that are being implemented and introduced in the holy sites, whether in Mina or Arafat or Muzdalifah, shows the care and the keenness of the government, the custodian of the Holy Mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz, for making this journey very comfortable. The custodian of the Holy Mosque, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz, is putting the foundation stone, as we could see right now, now he's and he's saying, in the name of Allah and with the blessing of Allah, we lay the foundation of the expansion of the Holy Mosque, or the expansion of the Holy Mosque in Mecca al-Mukarramah. Is this enough, or should we add more? The custodian of the Holy Mosques is saying. Now the custodian of the Holy Mosques put in the cornerstone, saying, in the name of Allah, with the blessing of Allah, he is laying the foundation for the largest expansion of the Grand Mosque in Mecca al-Mukarramah. May Allah reward him and give him strength to continue the march of development in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and to continue constructing those projects for the ease and comfort of the pilgrims and the visitors of the Grand Mosques. He's saying thank you to the people who attended the ceremony of the laying foundation. Now he's taking a tour. The expansion, for our viewers who may not be familiar with the project, it's going to be about 400 square meters, 400,000 square meters that is, and it's going to accommodate about 1.2 million worshippers in the Grand Mosque in Mecca al-Mukarramah. This is it's going to be a continuation of expansion of the Grand Mosque, God willing, in the future. And there will be more projects to be added in the holy sites in Mecca al-Mukarramah, in al-Madinah al-Munawwara, to make it easy and comfortable for pilgrims and the visitors of the holy sites. This is another a glimpse at the Grand Mosque in Al-Madinah al-Munawwara. The Minister of Finance is explaining to the custodian of the two holy mosques some aspects of the projects that's going to be built there. This hall that the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz, is touring contain many projects within the holy sites, and now they are at King Abdul Aziz endowment that have been ordered by the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz. In 2003, the custodian of the two holy mosques in Ramadan has put the foundation stone for the King Abdul Aziz endowment, and mashallah, the project is the largest endowment in the history for the two grand mosques. We praise Allah the Almighty. Then we thank you, the custodian of the two holy mosques, from us and from the Islamic nation presently, and the people in the future will remember this, recognizing your favor over building such a project or good project for the two holy mosques. We, the custodian of the two holy mosques, is saying we have, this is not a favor from us, this is a favor from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Almighty, and I praise the people of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for projecting or for presenting those projects for the Islamic nation. Thank you, Your Eminence. So the two holy mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz is inspecting some of those projects and talking to the officials about the details of those projects. As you can see here, this is the Mecca clock. It has been launched on top of King Abdul Aziz endowment, and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz, is being briefed by His Royal Highness or by His Excellency. And this is now, as we say, as you could see, with the blessing of Allah, many projects have been accomplished. We are seeing the holy sites train, which will commute between the holy sites from Mina to Muzdalifah to Arafat and vice versa, and also to close to Mecca al-Mukarramah. His Royal Highness the Prince Mansour bin Mut'ab bin Abdul Aziz, the Minister of Municipal and Rural Affairs, is explaining to the two holy mosques some of the projects, and we are looking now at the Al-Jamarat Bridge, where His Royal Highness explained to the custodian of the two holy mosques that the incidents that used to take place on Al-Jamarat Bridge have been reduced tremendously, reduced by a big number, tremendously, and this is under the directives of the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz. This is another day of the effort that is being exerted by the government of the custodian of the Holy Mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz, to develop and enhance and add quality projects to the holy mosques, and to obviously it's going to be adding to the ease and comfort that the pilgrims and the visitors of the two holy sites in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, once they are here to perform their rituals and to visit the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, mosque in Al-Madinah Al-Munawwara. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching live coverage of the inauguration ceremony for foundation laying of the Grand Mosque in Mecca Al-Mukarramah. It is the, as we said before, it is the largest ever expansion of the Grand Mosque in Mecca Al-Mukarramah. It's about 400,000 square meters, which will accommodate 1.2 million worshippers. We are expecting very shortly that the ceremony will start. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. The custodian of the two holy mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz, is taking his place here in the ceremony. And we're about to start this speech in our speaking ceremony shortly. The custodian of the Holy Mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz, just laid the foundation for the expansion of the Grand Mosque. In the name of Allah, most merciful, most gracious, we thank Allah the Almighty for His bounties, and peace be upon His Prophet Muhammad bin Abdullah and his followers and companions, all the custodian of the Holy Mosques, King Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz, Your Royal Highnesses, Your Eminence, Your Excellencies, peace be upon all of you. Welcome to this celebration that where the custodian of the Holy Mosques, King Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz, is laying. Al Saud, may Allah protect him. And in his reign, and he's putting the foundation for the largest expansion of the Grand Mosque in Mecca Al-Mukarramah, and launching some development projects for the Grand Mosques and for the holy sites to serve Islam and Muslims. We go into our ceremony with a recitation of the Holy Quran recited by Sheikh Muhammad al-Majid.
الرجيم إنما يعمر مساجد الله من آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وأقام الصلاة وآتى الزكاة ولم يخش إلا الله فعسى أولئك أن يكونوا من المهتدين أجعلتم سقاية الحاج وعمارة المسجد الحرام كمن آمن بالله واليوم الآخر وجاهد في سبيل الله لا يستوون عند الله والله لا يهدي القوم الظالمين الذين آمنوا وهاجروا وجاهدوا في سبيل الله بأموالهم وأنفسهم أعظم درجة عند الله وأولئك هم الفائزون يبشرهم ربهم برحمة منه ورضوان وجنات لهم فيها نعيم مقيم صدق الله العظيم.
Now, His Royal Highness Prince Khalid al-Faisal bin Abdul Aziz, the Governor of Mecca al-Mukarramah province, will be delivering his speech in this occasion. In the name of Allah, most merciful, most compassionate, and praise due to Allah, peace be upon His Prophet, the custodian of the Holy Mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz, Your Royal Highnesses, Your Excellencies, dear audience, peace be upon all of you. Dear King, O King who loved people and they reciprocated and loved him, and he was honest with them, and he believed on them, and he respected them, and they respected him. Your reign is full of accomplishments, and we testify to Allah and the creation of Allah that you have many dreams being achieved in the Grand Mosques, and ideas and works that are being vivid. We're starting with a vision that has been transformed into a project and prosper with the miracle and accomplishment. In the economy, you have established your city, and for the science, you have established the International Scientific University, and for the pilgrims, you have built many magnificent projects, including the expansion of Al-Mas'a, or the running between Safa and Marwa, and also establishing the Zamzam water factory and courts in Mina. You have also, there is the miracle of Al Jamarat Bridge, where thrown the pebbles have become an enjoyment, and in the holy sites you have built many trains that made the trip very short, and you have also built an endowment for the Grand Mosques that you have also built a clock in the top of the endowment, and we have now a time for every time we watch the news bulletins in our TVs. Therefore, you have a vision that has not been that only the smart people could read, which combine between the needs of citizens and the serving of pilgrims, from airports to trains to beautiful roads that draw the attention, the vividness of Mecca, to reach the top of the creativity and as usual, you always take the initiative to give orders in this great month to implement the King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz project for building Mecca. This project has been unprecedented and never been implemented in any country that deals with many issues, including the random neighborhoods and preserving the Islamic identity of Mecca, surrounded by ring roads with main lighted streets, where the court of Al-Haram will be linked to stations and to smart technology. You were the master of the one who when he says he does, and once he accomplish, he thank Allah the Almighty. And from Mecca and the people of Mecca and the visitors of Mecca, they give you the love and the respect for what you have done, for what you have been doing, and what is also coming from you for those cities. So enjoy the satisfaction of Allah, then the trust of the citizen. There are people who are fearing their leaders, but we are here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. There are some people who are fearing the leaders' decisions, but here we look forward for your decisions, and may Allah help His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and His Royal Highness the Second Deputy Premier Prince Naif, and peace be upon all of you. Now, His Excellency, His Eminence Sheikh Saleh bin Abdul Rahman Al Hussein, the President of the Grand Mosque and the Prophet, peace be upon him, Mosques Affairs, will be given his speech in this occasion. Peace be upon all of you. In the name of Allah, most merciful, most compassionate, and praise due to Allah. May Allah give prayers to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. And Allah said through His Prophet Shu'aib that there is the people who look for reforms usually ask for Allah guidance, and the custodian of the holy mosques, that Allah gave him the guidance to do the good work, and also the guidance to facilitate facilitate the ways to accomplish them, and also to resolve some of the obstacles. And throughout the history, that those guidance steps are being provided by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through the good intention to serve the citizens and to protect the interest of the people, then the common quality of those projects that is being launched by tonight is the guidance. Then the guidance with Allah's grace and bounty to give us the financial ability to do the project that has not been expected and wasn't planned, but with Allah's grace that is what's happening. And if we take a model of those projects, if we take the great project of expansion, the Grand Mosque in Mecca al-Mukarramah, which is not only it is the greatest expansion in the history, not only that, but it is the greatest. It is this expansion is more than all the expansions that have taken place throughout the history altogether. Therefore, the movement of the as we all know that at the beginning many designs and studies have been presented which have been according to the previous expansions, and they were copies of the previous designs that have been put 50 years ago by the Custodian Mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz, through his vision. He said 50 years that there have been an accumulative science and technology and advancement in technology and development in ideas in the architecture. Therefore, the Custodian Mosques gave his directions to learn from the previous the latest experience in this field, and he have given his order to form a team from the professors of architectures in the kingdom universities. Therefore, this team during a short period of time managed to collect a huge number, a huge amount of information, and also they have learned from the previous techniques and technologies throughout the world through the scientific centers, and it has also polarized many studies, many suggestions from the universities of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and through also the architecture offices throughout the world. Therefore, the design that has been chosen by the team, the design that has been chosen, there was no comparison between this design and the previous ones. Therefore, the team, for example, to benefit and to utilize some good ideas in the architecture, they have reinforced the concept of taking the best standards in sustainability and the environmental friendly measures. Therefore, sustainability is extremely important in the architecture for environment, and it is the issue of this world and this time, and it has been a very important aspect in any new projects nowadays. Therefore, the standards that the safety standards also in this project have been also given priority, and the team has invented smart solutions for management, operations, maintenance, and also crowd management. been so this project is unprecedented in the entire globe, and the result that has been concluded or reached by the team is the huge, magnificent, immense difference between the old ideas that has been presented and that wasn't expected by anybody and by the team itself. Therefore, no doubt that this result has been guided by Allah and from the guidance of Allah, and that has been facilitated by Allah in this such a short period of time. And we always praise and attribute this to the guidance and of Allah. Therefore, this project has been implemented by the designs that have been reached by the technical committee, and it preserved the ideas that the technical team reinforced in this project. And with Allah Almighty, this will achieve the vision of the custodian of the Holy Mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz, for this project to be a source of pride for all Muslims. And in this occasion, we mentioned the Amir of Believers who started the expansion of the Grand Mosque for the first time. We ask Allah Almighty to be pleased with this, the Amir al-Mu'mineen, Umar, and we ask Allah Almighty to give rewards we ask Allah the Almighty to rewards for the followers who have expanded those mosques from the emirs of Muslims, and we ask Allah the Almighty to give His guidance and vision to the custodian of the Holy Mosques, and to make him the source of joy, and to make this source of joy for him in the day of judgment, and to give him big rewards, and to make it part of his good deeds. And we praise due to Allah, and peace be upon His Prophet, His followers, His family, and peace be upon all of you, and the blessing of Allah. Dear audience, now we're going to watch a film about the expansion, King Abdullah expansion of the Grand Mosque for the Holy Mosque in Mecca al-Mukarramah. Allah created this universe to build this project, to build this earth, and Mecca was the first city to be for a house of Allah to be built. Many stages that the Grand Mosque in Al-Mukarramah have been through until the vision of the custodian of the Holy Mosque's expansion. The generations will remember him and will ask Allah the Almighty to give him good deeds. This stage is important for during Umar ibn Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, Al-Faruq, when he started the first expansion of the Grand Mosque by building a short fence, and after 8 years, Uthman bin Affan, may Allah be pleased with him, built another expansion that has given a beautiful image to the Grand Mosque. Abdullah bin Zubayr has expanded the area of At-Tawaf. Then the Abbasi Caliph Abu Ja'far al-Mansur has expanded it from the west and the north. Then Muhammad al-Mahdi, the son of Abu Ja'far al-Mansur, has expanded. Then Al-Mu'tabid has expanded it from the north side. Then Al-Muqtadir in 306 of Al-Hijrah expanded the more land to the Grand Mosque. Then the total area of the Grand Mosque at that time was for 1069 years. The expansion stayed from the Abbasi era until the founder of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, His Majesty King Abdullah bin Abdul Aziz, may Allah rest his soul in peace, expanded, have built the first huge expansion with the two floors or 2 stories. Then after that, King Saud bin Abdul Aziz and King Faisal, may Allah rest soul in peace, they have completed what their father, King Abdul Aziz bin Abdurrahman Al Saud. Then another expansion took place in the reign of the custodian of the Holy Mosques, Fahd bin Abdul Aziz, King Fahd bin Abdul Aziz, may Allah rest his soul in peace, which have expanded it more. Also, the roof of the Grand Mosque has been prepared for the worshippers to add more capacity to the Grand Mosque. But recently, in the recent years, the Grand Mosque has witnessed increasing number of worshippers, and with the development of the transportation means that it have helped bringing more pilgrims, and the custodian of the Holy Mosques have also started expansion of Al-Mas'a and also the width of the Al-Mas'a it has been expanded as well. And the work continued through a very intensive studies. And the expansion will be 3 times of the current expansion. Therefore, the Grand Mosque in the future, in the ordinary circumstances, will be accommodating 1,600,000 pilgrims and visitors to the Grand Mosque, and it could accommodate more in the religious seasons. Also, from the expansion will be starting from the north, and there will be some courts or outside courts and bridges, and also there will be pedestrians walking lanes, and there will be also hospitals, central air conditioning stations, civil defense centers, and they will be integrating to compose a modern vision, ensuring the safety of pilgrims and Umrah performers, and to make the ease and comfort for them to reach the Grand Mosque. The expansion of the Holy Mosques have started from a Shamiya area where the pilgrims will be praying toward the Qibla. This building cluster will will have 2 minarets, which which add in total to 11 minarets in the Grand Mosque, and it will ease the crowd management, and there will be some bridges to link between the parts of the Grand Mosque, especially from the new expansion, and between the northern, then it will, and also it will accommodate more visitors. This in the north courts there will be umbrellas that going to be opening and closing automatically. And there will be bathrooms and pollution areas, and also it has, and according to the topographic nature of Mecca, this expansion have been built. And in addition to this, there have been bathrooms and also operational and administrative facilities that have been added. There will be the ring roads, which is being will go through the mosque. They also have been hospitals, civil defense have been built close, and there will be a service tunnel that goes through this expansion. And from the gate of the custodian of the Holy Mosque, we'll walk into the expansion, and we will see this dome that opens and closes. And in the sides there will be prayer rooms in 4 levels that has been divided into expanded or divided into areas. This is the reign of the custodian of the Holy Mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz. Continue what the guided Caliph Umar ibn Khattab, may Allah be pleased with him, started. Therefore, this is a very important, critical stage of expansion of the Holy Mosques. Oh, custodian of the Holy Mosques, with your noble directives, this project, this huge and magnificent project that you have asked for this project to be executed in 2 years, the project will continue working for 24 hours continuously. This is the princes and their excellencies who are concerned with presenting some projects that have been receiving your directives to expand those projects in the Holy Mosques. His Royal Highness the Prince Mansour bin Mut'ib bin Abdul Aziz, the Minister of Municipal and Rural Affairs, will be presenting the project of Al Jamarat Bridge and the Holy Sites train. In the name of Allah, most merciful, most compassionate, custodian of the Holy Mosque, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz, I was honored to receive your directives to supervise the two projects for the holy sites, which are first the project of the Holy Sites train. With Allah Almighty, this project has been held, but has been accomplished, and I ask you kindly to launch this project, custodian of the Holy Mosque. In the name of Allah, most merciful, with Allah's blessing. Secondly, the Al-Jamarat bridge, which has been achieved, and kindly I ask you, custodian of the Holy Mosques, to launch this project. In the name of Allah, most merciful, most compassionate, with Allah's blessing. Your Excellency Dr. Salih bin Abdul Aziz Al Sheikh, the Minister of Islamic Endowment Guidance Affairs, will be presenting the King Abdul Aziz Endowment for the two holy mosques. In the name of Allah, most merciful, most compassionate, custodian of the Holy Mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, I am honored to receive your directives to supervise in implementing King Abdul Aziz Endowment Trust. May Allah rest his soul in peace for the Holy Mosques and this project. With Allah praise, this project have been completed, and it is the largest Islamic endowment for the Holy Mosques in the history ever. And I ask you your permission to launch and to this project with Allah's blessing. In the name of Allah, most merciful, most compassionate, with Allah's blessing. His Excellency Dr. Ibrahim Bin Abdul Aziz Al-Assaf, the Minister of Finance, will be presenting the projects of expansion, the Grand Mosque, and the expansion of Al-Mas'a, and developing the courts surrounding the Prophet's Mosque and the court of Makkah al-Mukarram, or I'm sorry, the clock of Makkah al-Mukarram. In the name of Allah, most compassionate, most merciful, most compassionate, peace be upon him. Prophet, you custodian the mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz. I was honored with me and my colleagues in the Ministry of Finance to receive your noble directives to implement the projects of the Tory mosques, and they are first the expansion of the Grand Mosque in Makkah al-Mukarramah, which you have put the foundation, laid the foundation a few minutes ago, and we expect that the project cost will be about 80 billion Saudi riyals, including given the compensation for some of the real estate properties. The second project is to build 4 main levels, including the roof, and removing some old minarets and building new minarets with the same height, and adding some escalators from Al-Mas'a and to especially in the Mas'a area. And we have accomplished with this project has been achieved, and I ask you, custodian of the mosque, to launch it in the name of Allah, most merciful, most compassionate. With Allah blessing, we launch this project. Thirdly, the project of developing the courts of the Prophet, peace be upon him, mosque, which the Eastern court, and establishing a transportation station, and also adding more umbrellas with about 250 umbrellas, and also changing and this project have been achieved. And I ask you, custodian of the Tory Mosque, to launch the project in the name of Allah, most merciful, most compassionate, and with the blessing of Allah, we launch the project. Fourthly, the Makkah al-Mukarramah clock, which includes 4 clocks in the 4 different directions, and also the center of the custodian of the Tory mosques for astronomy, science, and this project have been accomplished partially, and we will achieve the rest of the project. And we ask you, custodian of the Tory mosques, to launch the clock and to declare the Mecca universal timing. And we now see a live picture from Mecca Watch. The Mecca clock from the purest and the holy site next to Mecca, to the Grand Mosque and the Al-Kaaba al-Musharrafa. It is being launched with its minutes and seconds to the Islam, to all the world, and peace be upon all the Islamic world. And we ask Allah the Almighty to reward the custodian of the Tory mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz Al Saud, for launching this clock, and may Allah reward him the best reward. The custodian of the Holy Mosque, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz, is greeting the audience, the attendees of this ceremony, where he launched and laid the foundation for the largest expansion of the Grand Mosque of Makkah al-Mukarramah ever in the history of humanity and the history of the Holy Mosque of Makkah al-Mukarramah, where the Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, built this house many centuries ago. As we also could see, that the universal Mecca timing have been launched tonight by the custodian of the Holy Mosque, and we are looking at Mecca clock, which is standing with the bride next to the Grand Mosque of Makkah al-Mukarramah and the Holy Kaaba. Ladies and gentlemen, we have brought you live coverage of the ceremony that has been witnessing many projects launching in the holy sites in Mecca al-Mukarramah and in Medina al-Munawwara by the custodian of the Holy Mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz. Thank you all very much for joining us in this live coverage of this magnificent projects by the custodian of the Holy Mosques, King Abdullah Bin Abdul Aziz. Now we will resume our regular programs.